Hey, my friends, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Tuesday! It is Tuesday and it is graduation day for my granddaughter Kaylin. So I am going to do one that's pretty quick. We'll see. Parts of this I may not even chalk on. I'm thinking that the cute little frame around this one, I love this. Don't get cocky. Don't have an attitude with me. I love that one. And then the barn hair don't care. Yeah, if I had a barn, that would work for me, but it's like every day. Barn hair don't care. Oh my goodness. How are you guys? How was your day yesterday? Mondays are always a little hectic at our house here, just getting caught back up from the weekend orders and getting everything out. Tara is back to work. This morning we have graduation and then we'll be right back at it. It's my granddaughter's school is like 5 minutes from my house, which is kind of nice. And then it's 8th grade graduation, so it goes pretty quick. It's about an hour. They don't, sometimes it's less than that. Sometimes it's 45 minutes. Anyways, how is everybody? This is going to be so cute. Can't wait for you to see. I did pre-paint everything. I told you guys I would be pre-painting. I do have these cutouts available for you guys. And I'll show you what I did. Oops, I thought there was some paint on there. It is just like a fuzzy or something. It's a something. It's a something on there. Anyways, so I have these cutouts to go with the cute little transfers. Okay, so, and I have it scored. We'll see how this works because I didn't do a lot of different colors. But pretty much this is going to be chalked with black, I'm thinking. Okay, so I might totally be wrong, but I don't think that I'm going to be I might be adding colors back in there after if it looks really bad. But I look at the opening part on this where, okay, and then I'm thinking since a lot of this will be black, that maybe I should do my words in red. Kind of let me know what you think, or should I do my words in black so it stands out? I'm trying to decide. I'm kind of leaning towards doing the words in red because there's going to be a lot of black here, and then I already did the frame part, but there is kind of I don't know that on this one that I need to chalk anything on this. I think I'm going to skip chalking anything on this part because I've painted it. Okay, now if I was just doing this onto a board, of course I would chalk the outline differently, or onto a t-shirt. This is so cute on a t-shirt. You know, for those people that have a little bit of an attitude. I should wear this. You know, sometimes during craft shows I need to have on a shirt that says something like that. My husband has a shirt that says don't make me send you to HR or something like that. Something like that. Anyways, or I'm going to HR. Somebody got him a shirt and I just think it's funny, but he can only wear it on days when it's like his when not that many people are there. Okay, and then barn hair don't care. So we'll check on this. I have Dune. I was looking for vanilla, but honestly, I think that some of my colors are still back in the other room from when I did all the egg cartons. Because I'm going, where is it? Yeah, I think it's in the back room. And then we're just going to chalk this in brown. I painted all of this. It was scored, so it was really easy for me to paint. I used, what I use? I don't know. What colors did I use? Sterling, hello. Let me look and see. What did I use for the face? Our standard colors that we use. I can't think of what it is. Anyways, I'm looking over here. I'll get you the colors. I used milk chocolate for the background, and then I did dragon fruit for the flowers, and I did deep ochre for the yellow, and I used for the green. I just used our which one did I use? I used which green? Aloe for that one. The light color is burlap. Okay, So I just did like little strokes. So anyways, it's going to be chopped in brown. We'll see how that goes. So brown espresso. And then, so I have one that is going to be on the sign, and then I have one that's going to sit. So I'm going to see if I can line it up. I think I'll be able to line it up, the second one, and not have to wash it. We'll see. If it looks like it's kind of iffy, then I'll go ahead and I'll wash it. But go ahead and just say hello. Let me put myself in the corner, get these little tools out of the way. I have jute to go on this sign, so it really doesn't matter which one we do first. Let me go ahead and get comments up here, and we'll get going. Darlene, go to the corner. There we go. Hi guys, how are you? Let me go ahead and go over here and share to VIP. Let me make sure my volume is down. Share to VIP. Go ahead and say hello so I know that you're out there watching, and we'll get started pretty quickly here. All right, so hello. Hi guys. Hi Cheryl. Good morning. Hi Deb, my sister. Hi Denise. Hi Laura. Hi Karen. Hi Carrie. How are you? Oh my goodness. I hope you're doing okay. So hi Sarah. I'm excited for these. I wish this was a size B. Okay, so I'm already gonna request it in a size B because I just think it needs to be a size B, don't you? Okay, let's do this one first. I actually want to do this one first. Let's do the cow first. Okay. I'm like, I was like, which one do we do first? Okay, let's go ahead and do our little cow first, and we'll get started. So I have, oh, let's glue our base together first. Okay, so I have a base for the one that stands. Of course I do. And I'm just going to glue it together so it's ready. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yesterday was pretty crazy. I had a big corporate order, so working on stuff like that is always nice. I love that. I have another one coming in that is for we do conventions. So sometimes there's 50 people, sometimes there's 500 people. This order, they had already ordered 100 and something, and they're like, oh, we need 265 more. So yeah, so I have that order coming in today. So I'll be running it tonight. It's always a lot of fun. So hey Lori, how are you? Hi Stephanie. So I pre-painted everything. It is scored, so it makes it really easy to pre-paint the flowers. Everything is scored. I'll get you guys the link for all this. I do have graduation this morning, so that is why I pre-painted, so that I can just get it done and not take too much time and be stressed. Even though the graduation starts at 8:30. Yeah, I thought it started at 8, but my daughter-in-law Tara sent me a message last night. It's 8:30. So okay, so we're gonna chalk this in espresso, and then we'll do the barn here, don't care down here on this. I'm thinking maybe I should have done that first, but I'm just going to have to be careful and not, I might just wash it in between. I don't know. Should I do that first? Should I do this part first? Maybe I should let's do the barn here, don't care first. I think I can just sneak it in there. Well, let's see if I can just sneak it in here and get that done first so that yeah, let me see. Let's see if we can do this. So I don't get the white chalk on my little guy. Okay, so this just barely fits because it needs to fit on here. So I didn't make this very big. It actually will just fit right down there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chalk that and get that done so that I'm not stressing over that part. Okay, so I don't have a sign to go with this one. It would be cute to kind of put it in a sign, but I think it's kind of big to put that little sign with that. Okay, so Dune. Let me grab a squeegee. I really wanted vanilla, but Dune will do. Dune will do. My vanilla, it has to be hiding. I didn't want to open a whole nother jar. I know I had it when I was creating all of those egg carton things for Easter. So I have a box back in my shop area that has Chocateur stuff in it, and I bet it's in there. So I think this is going to be fine. Barn hair don't care. Let's take this out. Oh, that's perfect. Actually, I really like that. So that's Dune. Barn hair don't care. That would be me. Were you raised in a barn? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, Carrie, doing much better, determined to be a oh, okay. But okay, so can they drain it? I know you're in a lot of pain. Oh my goodness. Does it have to just burst on its own? Hi, Lynn. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. Did I say hi? I think I might have missed that. Hope everybody's doing good. Okay, I'm ready to see this, and then we'll see if we can line it back up for this one. If we can't, if it's looking like it's not going to be easy to do, then I will just wash it. It's not a big deal to have to wash a transfer. Okay, gonna go ahead and spread my chalk paste. You can do it. You can do it. This is gonna be so cute. I hope it turns out the way I'm thinking. Okay, so this is espresso. Espresso is like a dark brown. You could use bark, but I just think that espresso is the perfect color for this. The colors that I used on it, I used burlap, milk chocolate, and dragon fruit, aloe, deep ochre for the center of the flowers. The center of the flowers may not even show, but okay, are we ready for this? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited to see it. I hope it turned out. Are you ready? Let me go in closer because we got to see this little guy. Okay, I'm peeking. Oh, looks good. Let me just get the top corner. Did I not get it? Okay. Here we go. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, I don't know about right there by the eye. Did I miss it? No, that's the way it is. It is supposed to be that way. I'm like, did I miss something? You guys! Oh my goodness, he's adorable. He, she. I'm not sure. She is adorable. Look at that. Okay, let me see if I can line this one up. If it's looking like it's iffy, then I'll just wash this. But I might be able to see through it. I might be able to see through it because I can see the bottom feet. I can see the bottom feet and I can see the top. I think I'm going to be able to do it. Am I going to be able to do it and have it be perfect? I think so. I think it's going to work. I think it worked. Okay. I hope it did. All right. Now I want to get air bubbles out before I chalk it. So I'm just kind of... Okay, so we're ready to do another one. Look at how cute that is, you guys. I didn't even do that much painting behind it. Okay, so you saw, I actually have a couple more over here because I painted 5 last night. I painted 3 standers and 1 and 2 for signs. So I will be washing this and doing more while I'm just right here after we're all done. I will be doing a couple extra just because I have them ready to go. Or if it looks like I'm running out of time and need to scoot out the door, then I will do them later. But probably washing it might be the safest thing for most people. I think I just lucked out and I think I got this lined up pretty close. We'll see. We'll see because, you know, sometimes it's an illusion and then I peel it and go, oh, it was a little bit off. Oh, it looks good. Looks good so far. Holy cow. Holy cow. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? He's a little cutie. She's a little cutie. It's a little cutie. Oh my goodness. They drained it twice. Hopefully it doesn't fill back up. Pain is, oh gosh. Carrie, I'm so sorry you're going through that. That's horrible. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Laura. I know, aren't they adorable? Let's dry them before I touch it and mess it up. And then it can stand in here. And let me plug my glue gun in so that I can glue the back of that. Let me do that. I didn't do that. All right. Oops. Come on. Why is it not wanting to plug in? Sometimes I struggle. Oh, it's because the cord thing is bent. I'm like, it's not lining up because I must have stepped on the cord. Hello. Let me just stand upside down and see if I can get it. There we go. Sometimes that is the trick. All right, adorable. Guys, I pre-painted these. This is what it looked like before. If you're just coming on, this is what it looked like before. I pre-painted it. It is scored so that you know exactly where to paint all the little things. Hi, Billy. How are you? I don't have extras yet, but I did order some extras because this one will sell out and it will just be gone. But we are going to request this in a size B because it needs, and maybe with a different saying. Let's request it in a size B. What other saying should we have? I love the barn hair, don't care. How about not in the mood? That would be cute. Not in the mood. I love that. Okay, I'm making sure it's completely dry before I glue it together. So the centers of my flowers didn't really show up. Let me show you what I did. Okay, so I'm going to go really close, but you can kind of see a hint of the color behind it. So my yellow didn't really show up. Okay, you can see it, the center part of the flowers, but it's okay because you know what? And each one's kind of different. Okay, let's glue this together. So I have 3 more that I'm going to do later. Okay, this just glues right into here, into the base. So we're going to have one standing. It's actually pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I always like to try it out first, and then I'll put just a tiny bit of glue, and then I'll put some glue at the back. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. And I would like to, without disclosing who it is, I would like to ask for prayers for one of our people on here for their son who is on the front line up in LA. So I don't know that I can say who it is because that I don't want them to be in danger or anything like that. But one of you guys, your son is up there on the front line and dealing with all of the chaos that's going on. And there's still people that are in disbelief and think it's not happening. That's what really is crazy to me. Okay, so I am going to ink around the edges of this. There's people that are in denial that there is stuff going on in LA. Last night I was watching it and they set a car on fire, and the tree right next to it was, or right above it, was at risk of catching fire. It's just crazy. So anyways, one of you guys' sons was deployed to, whether it's military or law enforcement, I'm not saying. I think, okay, you know what? I kind of like it above. Do you guys like it above or below? I'm kind of liking it above. On the transfer, it's below. You guys tell me what you like. I'm kind of liking it at the top. You saw in local news some of the riots, but you don't understand what's happening. Oh, let me see. Hang on. Let me go back and see. You thought you slept funny, but you have really bad neck pain for 2 weeks and still have a pain. Oh gosh, that's not good. Maybe you need to go. Have you gone in, Laura? Maybe you need to go in and have it looked at. Above. Yeah, I think above too. I'm like, what do you mean above? Above here. I think above also. I think that, isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh. So if you're just hopping on, I pre-painted these and then I chalked it. Laura, maybe it's something else. Maybe you need to go in and be seen for it if your neck is still hurting after that long of a time. Because I always say, maybe you sleep on something wrong and it takes a couple weeks to get it back to where it's supposed to be. But if it's been a couple of weeks and it's still hurting you, then you probably have to have it looked at. So the whole riot started because there's people that don't agree with what ICE is doing up there, and the way that they're doing things. And I'm going to say that I don't agree with everything either. But I'm not going to get into that because everybody has their beliefs on all of that stuff. I have friends that are undocumented. immigrants. I have friends whose husbands are undocumented immigrants. You know, they're good people. What's going on is really sad. The whole thing. I think I want to put this all the way on. The whole thing is sad. However, there's never a reason to be violent like that. 99% of those people up there protesting are just protesting and are basically voicing their opinion that they're unhappy with this. And then you got those people that are paid protesters that are out there creating havoc and burning things. And that's where it's bad, because we have to bring in extra troops, or we have to bring in other law enforcement to watch over the city and to make sure they don't get crazy and keep looting. They looted a 7-Eleven. There is never ever an excuse to loot. They're just doing this because they're opportunists, and they're seizing the opportunity to be bad people. And in my opinion, that's just so wrong. That's so wrong. So anyways, like I said, one of you guys' sons is up there right now, and we are asking for prayers that he stays safe. So don't want to disclose who it is, but yeah, it's a scary thing. It's a very scary thing. Okay, I'm going to slide this to this side. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks better on top. So the stencil has it below, but that doesn't mean that you have to do things exactly like the stencil is, okay? So you can always change things up. It is totally up to you how you do things. And just like this, you could put a whole different saying in there. It doesn't have to be "don't get cocky." You could put something else. So, but we're going to do "don't get cocky." All right, I'm going to leave the outside. I'm just going to ink it. We'll ink the outside. So all we need to do is we need to take this off, and we need to take our letters off. If you wanted to just paint your letters, you could easily do that. So I did for my colors here, I did light buttermilk. I think we will just kind of put some distressing on this. This outside part shows, I got the hiccups now. I made it a little bit larger than the other frame. And I'm going to make some swipes going back and forth, and just to do a little bit of distressing in there, not a lot. Okay. And then let's just get this ready. Let's do our ink around all the outside. So I know my sister said that there was protesting in her city. So, and it was peaceful yesterday. So there's a lot of cities that are peaceful. I'm actually on some pages up in LA County because of the dogs, you know, helping find the dogs and all of that. So I'm on this page, and it was for Santa Ana, and it's his Santa Ana neighborhood page. And they specifically said, hey guys, if you have people out there protesting, you need to tell them to come home now. It's getting ugly out there, and that's not what we're about. So the majority of people up there protesting, they don't want it to get ugly like that. They don't want to be caught up in all of that stuff. You know, they want to follow the rules. There's just those few. There's always those bad apples, right? Just like at school, there's always those bad apples. Okay, let's get everything lined up. I think I can get this lined up and get all of my words in there. I think. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I probably should have just painted my words. I'm going to chalk my words in red. I'm going to do maybe we should just do our rooster first. We're going to do him all in black. Okay, so I'm trying to get him all lined up. I'm looking for his eyeball and all of that. I painted his eyeball white. I might not have got the whole thing that I should have, but it will be fine. It will be fine. I just want to get it lined up the best that I can. Yeah, I actually probably should have painted. I'll probably go back and I will do a little bit with, it actually is not lined up at the top. Let me try better. Let me try better. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm like, oh, there. Okay, that's better, but that's not perfect. Try it again. Let me try again. Let me go out. Let me go out further so you can see. You have not gone in for your neck pain. Oh, chiropractor. Yeah, the chiropractor might work. Will you post the cow what it looked like before you talked? Yes, yes, I will. I'll post the before and after so you can see how I painted it. Yeah, so I'll take a picture side by side before I chalk all of everything. Okay, hello, Darlene. Can you just line it up a little bit better? Maybe I need to just lift this up and line it up like this, like I usually do. Okay, so I swear I lined it up and it was there we go. Sometimes you just got to go back to the old-fashioned way. I didn't want to take it off of here. Okay, I'm going to do all this and then I'm going to do the letters because that T is really close. So let's do that first. Let's do our rooster. I am doing him all in black. So I know that it might be too much black. I might learn the hard way. I might have to go back and put some other color strokes in there. But I think this is what I need to do. And then my words I'm going to do in red. Okay, so I'm going to try to be really careful around my letters so I don't get into the letters. You know how I am. I can be a little bit messy. Messy Jessie. Yep. I'm not Jessie, but I am messy. All right, that should have been that's my middle name. Darlene Messy Brown, not Darlene Marie Brown. Darlene Messy Brown. Tell you, that's what the M stands for, is messy. It should. Okay, got everything covered. Now let's scrape off all the excess. And I'm excited to see what this looks like. I just painted it very basic colors. I didn't go in and put a ton of colors. Your rooster can be multiple colors. It can be the gorgeous ones that have like pinks and turquoise, not pink. I don't know if there's a pink one. Okay, it might have been misaligned a little bit, but guess what? This little guy is very cute. I think it's perfect. It's perfect for me. Let me just take this out. I think that's perfect. Look at that. Okay, I'm happy with that. The eye actually turned out perfectly. Okay, let's set that right there. Let's get all of our letters in here. We are going to do red. Might be a little tricky to do that. I don't know if they're going to fit. You know what? These letters might be the exact size. These letters might be the exact size. Guess what, guys? I actually think that I did my letters without an offset. So let me just check and see. If I want to do them another color, I'm probably going to just paint them. Okay. Well, there's a little bit of an offset. A little bit. The problem is that it's not, I'm going to be lifting up each one. Okay, so we have to start all the way over on the far side. Okay, so we have to start over here and get this one. Let's see how difficult it is. I might just pull out paint and paint this. Yeah, it's not going to be easy to do that. Okay, so the letters, I would just paint them. Sorry. Okay, let's just paint them. I'm going to grab some tape or a little board. I'm going to grab a small board, put some tape on it. I'm just going to paint them because they are so small. It's a problem. It's a problem. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. Violence doesn't get you anywhere. They have found that a lot of the protesters that are causing problems are the same protesters that show up at other protests. They are paid protesters. And we know this. We know this from past riots that they've had. We do know that does happen, that people do get paid to go do those things. They do know the source, but I'm not going to get into that. Anyways, guys, I don't like it one bit. Okay, I'm just going to paint it red because do you think red or black? Look at this. Okay, let's lay this out here. Should I do it red or black? Is there enough red on here already? Ooh, maybe my words need to be black. What do you guys think? You guys tell me. I'm thinking maybe the words need to be black. Okay, so this is how they're going to be right on there. My rooster, I need to dry him because, hello, Darlene, you're gonna mess him up. Let me dry the rooster first. I'm thinking my words need to be black so that it really shows up. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes things don't turn out the way that you anticipate. Like I thought I was going to be able to chalk these. What you could do, guys, is you can chalk right onto this sign. Okay, that's another thing that I do. Like I had these words cut out, and guess what? The words, the words are not going to be included with your little guy. So I'm going to take that off of I'm going to redo my picture because the words are just too much. I'm going to do it with this instead. You would hate it trying to line up those little letters. I'm thinking black. Is that? Yeah, black. Okay, thank you. Let me grab my black paint over here. I'm thinking black will work. And let me grab a brush. Yeah, they should have to pay for their destruction. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah. So anyways, I don't want to get into all of that because I try to keep politics off here, but when I get upset about things like that, sometimes it gets stuck in my head. And knowing that one of you guys' sons is up there protecting us, I'm praying. I'm praying hard because anything can happen. You know, there's people that have been injured. I saw a lady that had to leave her car. She had her kids in her car and they were trying to start her car on fire. I'm watching these things live. I saw the Waymo cars when they set those on fire. The one last night, all of a sudden it was just on fire. I was watching live on channel 8, LA channel 8. I get it on my Paramount app. And they had the helicopter in the sky and they're just over in another area and they're like, wait a second, what is that fire? And they see this great big fire started and they go over there and it was probably an SUV that they had started on fire. Right. And they won't even bring in the fire department because it's not safe. They just let it burn to the ground. They did not bring in the fire department. The sheriff, the cars just stood off in the distance and watched it burn. It was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So it's not safe for them to come in. They're not going to put their firefighters at risk. Okay. All right. Let me dry that. I think black's going to be the best color for this. All right. Let me just move. I'm trying to find a place to put that. Let's dry this. You know, sometimes you switch gears on things. You know, sometimes you don't do what you started out to do. I think on a shirt, the black would be great. Oops. You would want to have a light colored shirt, depending on this shirt. And you could color this in, the rooster. So once you ink the rooster on a shirt, you can like watercolor that in. This would be cute on a little kid's onesie. I think that would be adorable in a onesie. And you could do the outline and then you could color it in if you wanted to. I think I got everything. Okay, we should probably just bring this in and put the words on there. Let's do this. Let's put our words on and then let's glue all this around it. That's probably going to be easier. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to ink the edges on these words. I am going to get a sponge. Sponge is going to be a good idea because it's coming out a lot. Okay, let me grab a sponge. I have my little sponges here. I have a whole brick of them. Look at that. Look at that. I have a lot. Oh my goodness. So new sponge. Yeah, I tried to put some on there and it's like, it's too much. If I just put some on the back of each letter as I go, I'm going to pull it up of here and I'm going to put it right down on there. I probably should have started on the other side. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go right to left. It's going to be easier for me to see and line things up. Don't get cocky. Oh my goodness, this would be cute on a bag. Take it to the grocery store. I think you could flash it at people. Sometimes people are rude at the grocery store. Do you ever have that? My husband and I were getting stuff for a salad for graduation last week, and it shocked me at people that just block the entire aisle, have their cart sideways in an aisle. I'm like, hello, excuse me, can I get by? Oh, yeah, they just don't even think about it. It's like they're oblivious to what's going on around them. I'm like, hello, you are not the only one in the universe. There are other people to think about. Oops, it like flipped up. I got my little apostrophe and it's small. Okay, hello. Why is it not? It keeps popping up. All right. Let's try it again. Let us try it again. There we go. There we go. These are so cute. I was going to do a third one. I do still have to do the mason jar with the sunflower and the large sunflower sign. Maybe we'll save that for Thursday. I still have a lot from the last launch to do. And hello, it's going to be time. I got stuff in my mouth there. I'm heading to convention, and it is going to be time to do the next great big launch. It's always a big launch at convention. I don't know how many there will be, but they used to have like 100. I don't know that they're going to still do that, but we used to have launches where there were 100 transfers. It was so crazy. Remember, Sarah? Okay, let's keep going. There's a hair there. I'm like trying to get it off of there. My hair. I need a little bit more glue. I thought I got enough, but it's not enough because of the big letters. So I remember going to convention or leadership, and they have this great big launch, and I'm like, what do I want to do first? There's like 100 of these. That's too many. That's too many for me. I'm hoping that they're going to have the little room where you get to go and look at all of the samples. That's always fun, the art room, where you get to go look at samples of every transfer. I love that part. We have not seen tickets being sold for that. They used to sell tickets that benefited Watts of Love, and you would put your tickets into each of the little boxes as you walk through the art gallery. I haven't seen that happen yet. Maybe they're going to do that there. I actually don't know how that's going to work. Or maybe they're just going to give everybody tickets, or maybe they're not going to give the artwork away. It's hard to know. Okay, that T is crooked. That T is crooked. Some of my letters are crooked. I have it scored on there so you know exactly where to put it. I'm going to look at comments. Sorry, I am just talking and chalking and gluing and all that stuff. So yeah, I need to look at the schedule. I know I checked out the schedule one time for ChalkCon, but I haven't gone back and looked again. Let me get a Q-tip. Yeah, I love that. We had so much fun when, is it scored to where to put the letter? Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. It is scored, where to put the letters. So I know exactly where to put them. You could chalk on this, but it is scored. So, yep. It makes it easy to know where to put everything. Okay. All right. I kind of like this just like this, but I think I'm going to take a couple extra swipes here and there with my ink pad just to kind of grunge it up a little bit, because you know how I am. I like things to be kind of rustic. I'm one of those girls. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to go around the edges of my rooster here with my ink pad, but I don't think I'm going to. Should I do a little bit? Maybe I should just do. I'm just doing a little bit of the ink on there. It's not a lot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's glue this in place. This part is not scored, but you line up your little holes there so you know exactly where that goes. Okay. So I put this on first, and then the rooster just fits in there. Oops. As I'm dripping glue. I tell you, I am just a messy person. I cannot do anything without making a big fat mess. It is just the way that I am. Okay. All right, so line up those holes. That is your key thing. If you got the holes lined up, then you have it in the right place, okay? So there's a border. There's a little bit of a border around the whole thing. Do you see? See in the outside? There's a little bit of a border. Okay, I'm trying to get my glue. Okay, and then let's just do this. And you don't need a ton. And then it just fits in here. Here's the top of this comb. And it just fits right in there. And wipe off that lid. I'm gonna put this here. And then we're gonna put our jute in there. So I'm gonna press everything down. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. You can do it any color you want, okay? If you think that's too much brown on there, you can totally do it a different color. It might be too much color for the rooster, but I'm okay with that. Everybody's roosters are a little bit different. I love the rooster and I love the cow. and I love this little sitting cow. So let me give you the link for all of those things. There is a special section that is for the for these things, for Chalkator transfer cutouts, but some are in other areas. But I decided, you know, I'm going to start putting things over here to make it easier. I'm trying to do more. I think we have a whole separate section for peanuts though, so peanut stuff is in it. I could put it into more than one section. I actually can. Let me put this comment here. I'm going to give you the link. I'm also letting that dry. I have two things. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tie my knot and the end of my jute. I'm going to do a double knot. This is kind of thin jute. Sometimes it's thin when it rolls off the thing. You never know if it's going to be the right. Oh gosh, guys, you know, I'm going to start over. That knot is naughty. It's not, that knot did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. Okay, so now this part of it, this knot is thick enough. I don't think I need to do two. Let me see. I'm going to thread it through and we'll see. Let's thread it through. See if it pulls through. I can always tie a second one. Okay, yeah, that's fine. See, further down, it was thin. So sometimes you have to do a double knot. It just depends on the thickness of your jute. Okay. And it varies. Okay, so right there, I have to do a double knot because right there, it is not as thick. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut that off. So I got my jute on there. Got my little rooster. So cute, and we are done. Okay, guys, let me put you back up to myself. Like I said, I have graduation this morning. Have that going on. Here's my cute little sign. I don't think it'll stand on its own. And my cute little, I mean, they're just small. So this is a size 8 transfer. So it is small. If you haven't purchased them, you're going to want to do so right away. I actually have not checked to see what is sold out. Let me go ahead and, oops, I am trying to, did my dress come in yesterday? My next one did not. I thought it was going to. It's coming in today. My shoes are coming today also. Okay, I might have given it to you twice. It might show up twice. I think it's going to. That's so weird. Thank you for sharing my pumpkin. Oh my gosh, guys. That is so fun. That was not even what I wanted to share. Let me see if I can delete that comment. Delete comment. Let's try that again. Let me try put, I was, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm trying to delete it and it's not deleting it. Delete comment. Okay, I think it took it out. Okay, I think it did. Okay. That's so funny because I was trying to do something. There we go. Okay, I think I got the right one. Okay, yeah, my new dress has not come yet. It's supposed to come today. I checked on it this morning because I'm like, oh, I thought it was supposed to come last night. Today, and my shoes too. So I ordered new shoes because the shoes that I have I was gonna wear my cowboy boots because that's tradition, but I'm also thinking that I might trip a little bit with them. So I ordered like just white flats. I didn't order heels. I ordered flats. If my dress is too long, so be it. It's okay. It'll drag the floor. It's all right. I'm not worried. They're really cute. They're white and they have like a little bow on them. Sorry, I'm choking on my saliva. Anyways, this is so cute. I love it. I love these little cows, the little moo cows. They're adorable. I love the little sign. Don't get cocky. All right, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be heading out to graduation soon. All right. Let me go in so my head's not chopped off. All right, love you guys. Thanks for being here. I have the best people in my life. You guys are just amazing. I appreciate you. I appreciate your orders. And if you have questions, just let me know. I think I have some questions I didn't get to yesterday because Mondays are really hectic. So anyways, I love you guys. Have a fantastic day.